Welcome to FundForum International here in Copenhagen. I'm Joanna Simpson. Joining me now is Tom Brown, Global and UK Head of Asset Management from KPMG. Thank you very much for joining me today. And just tell me what the three biggest factors shaping the future of asset management are.
Well, I think there are three, what I would think of as vectors of transformation. These are the forces that are going to really shape asset management over the next few years. I think the first one is ESG. Our society is in somewhat of a crisis at the moment with climate change, single-use plastics, inequality, all these challenges. But asset management is going to be a force for good, and ESG is the key. I think we've really crossed the Rubicon here. I think ESG has come from out of the shadows onto the mainstream, and it's now centre stage in the core investment process. So I think ESG is going to be the really big force for transformation in asset management. I think the second thing is China. China, biggest economy in the world, will become one of the biggest asset management marketplaces in the world in the next few years. And I think that is going to be transformational for our overall global industry. But it's hard for foreign managers to work out what's the right path. It's a market that's very controlled by the Chinese government, and it's quite difficult and challenging to find the right way. But some managers are already there, they're already making progress, and they will succeed. And I think what we will see in the next number of years is that the winners in our overall industry will be those who've taken the China opportunity seriously and have made a success. But they'll have to do it in a different way. I think the third thing is digitization. Now, we've talked a lot about this at FundForum over the years. There's been a lot of hype about different sorts of technology. But nothing really has changed quite so fundamentally as other industries. Look at shopping and travel. All these other industries are completely different now, aren't they? Asset management, to some extent, a lot of the industry is operating as it did 10 or 20 years ago, but it will change. And I think we're starting to get to a tipping point. We heard the news last week about Facebook and their Libra payments system. So watch out, asset management. I think the other big factor around technology is the digital natives. You know, the millennial generation, they're starting to get positions of seniority. They will become the leadership of the asset management industry. And I think they will make a big drive around taking the steps needed to become digital organizations and make asset management a digital industry.
And on the theme of change, how are clients changing and what should organizations do to respond to those changes?
We just launched a global survey of CEOs across all of the big countries for all industries, including asset management. And the single theme that came through loud and strong is organizations need to get much better around being agile. We're in a world that is changing so quickly and there's so much uncertainty. What is key is agility. So I think for leadership, for CEOs, that is the most important thing. How is your organization become sufficiently dynamic and agile to make the decisions, make the right bets and move forward? If you don't make the decisions in this environment, you're like the frog boiling in the water, You don't want to be the boiling frog. You've got to jump now. It's decision time.
Time to jump. And what are asset management CEOs identifying as their main pain points?
I think the pain point is, a little bit linked to agility. I think there's a huge pressure from society and policymakers around, what is the asset management industry doing to help solve some of these societal problems, including the problem of longevity, long-term savings, people needing to fund for their retirement. I think that's a real pain point. So there's a huge expectation on CEOs to become much more responsible in the way they think about their businesses. It's not just about making the profit. And I think responding to that challenge is quite a pain point. I think the whole diversity and inclusion agenda is very important for that. I think the industry has got a long way to go to become a much more diverse and inclusive industry to really respond to some of these societal needs.
So lots of changes and decisions ahead then?
Absolutely, it really is decision time.
Tom Brown from KPMG, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.